babies.
Well, are we still doing that? We're doing the
Yeah.
total sex count. You're at 2 still?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm at 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Humble brag. Good for you, Bobby.
I
I'm
think
proud of you.
it's decent.
Does off
I think I'm gonna be. I think I'll be stuck at 2 till probably May.
Does off
And
America
they just shoot up to 10.
do not
No, probably not.
does
no,
non-domestic count?
I don't know. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you talking?
Does my-
was it
does
butt
my
sex?
hand
I don't
count?
get. Yes, of
Does
course
my
it counts.
My hand counts.
No. Good penetration.
Jesus Christ, I'd be at like
Of course,
1,000
yes,
right
yeah.
now.
Doesn't matter where.
Okay.
Sorry, we're off the rails.
Then humble brag. You guys should play this game. I'm out. I win. Big names on the move. Let's start with the local team, Boston Celtics. We talked about this last week. The potential for guys moving off the roster. You have Jack Simone saying this last week. I said it the week before. So why don't you give me? Apparently, the Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
You say Quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot.
Trading Springer into space and getting back a second or giving up a second to dump him makes a little sense. Right now, with the tax bracket they're in, they pay his salary plus $4 for every dollar, so he costs them like $20 million, including taxes, which is like crazy when you contextualize it that way.
He was
No,
actually,
Jack said it.
actually
That's video proof that Jack said it.
well, okay, run the tape. It was actually 19 million, Jack, you fucking idiot. And Ray, contextualize. I'll talk to you after the show what that means.
Thank you.
Jaden Springer and a second-round pick traded to the Rockets for a salary dump, really, future second-round picks. Jack Simone of How About Them Celtics really broke it down for you there. No more to add. Jack, one of a kind. Well done. Unsurprising, there was some, rumors, less than rumors, about potential starter moving off the Celtics team, namely either Holiday, maybe a Derek White, maybe Porzingis. But like I said, less than rumors. I think more conjecture of what could happen with the sale of the team. But it never felt like a real thing that was going to happen. They're going for a repeat. They had a convincing win over the Cavs a couple of days ago. Jaden Springer, he had a showcase game last week and a half ago with some steals to help them win, and he went bye-bye. So I don't know. They got 2 open spots. They have to sign 2. They have to fill those roster spots within 13 days. So the buyout market is there, but because they're over the second apron, they can only sign guys that made under $12.5 million in their last contract, I think is the number. So
Not a lot of options.
Not a lot of options. The last thing I read, the thing that makes the most sense, I think Jack wrote this, is they would sign their own they would sign their own 2-way guys like JD Davidson and the rookie from last year, the white
Walsh.
kid shooter.
Oh, the white kid.
Walsh is signed. I think he's a lefty. Doesn't matter. He's white. He's not going anywhere. So they probably sign those guys to a real NBA contract and be done with it.
It was reported that Brad Stevens wants a wing player. So whatever that means.
Wing player.
They've been looking for wing depth for 3 years. So fairly boring on the Celtics front. I would just like to see. Bobby said in his opening. What did you think? What kind of magic deal do you think was going to happen that was going to take Joe Mazzulla off the hook and actually coaching this season, Bobby? Do you think they were going to resurrect Wilt Chamberlain and bring him on and just shove Joe Mazzulla down the bench and let Wilt coach and play?
I was hoping maybe they would trade him. That was a possibility that I was hoping for.
I see.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a
Memphis.
whole lot.
See you later. Go down to Memphis and
You
deal
could
with Ja
trade
Morant.
coaches. That gets done.
It does get done. Doc Rivers. There was, by the way, Doc Rivers was the greatest. Danny Ainge had some good ones. The Jason Tatum trade, King of the Fourth trade in terms of fleecing people. The Celtics winning a championship with Doc Rivers and them trading him to the Clippers for a first-round pick. That's the biggest humble brag fleece in NBA history.
That era of Celtics got some of the best trades ever. Like there
Well,
was like
that's
5
probably how
years
we have.
ever where the Celtics just pulled off a great trade after great trade.
Danny Ainge, Hall of Famer. Put him in
Yeah.
right now. A Hall of Fame executive. Speaking of fleecing, the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic. They traded Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick for Luka in what many are calling one of the most stunning trade in NBA history. And I won't go down the road of conspiracy with the NFL refs. I will in the NBA. Every fucking day of the week. That league is dirty. That league stinks. This trade went down on a Saturday in the middle of the night, Saturday night at midnight, with nobody knowing anything. Danny Ainge, part of the 3-team trade here, the Jazz received a guy no one's ever heard of and some second-round picks to make the deal work. He didn't know
That was the
that
best
Luka was
thing
in the
ever.
deal.
Yeah.
They're saying LeBron didn't know, which I have a hard time believing. But if that's the case, and one of the general managers, as a part of the deal, didn't understand Luka was on the move, the guy that runs the Lakers, LeBron, and has run the NBA for the past 20 years, didn't know that Anthony Davis and Luka were being traded. This is an ownership swap. It has to do with money. Someone got paid. The Mavericks are going to save that $355 million max that they don't want to give to Luka, and then they hit it all behind the facade that Luka's fat, and they don't want to
He is
invest
fat.
in a fatty.
He is fat.
He is
fat.
Look,
Well, there was also, did you hear the other part of the conspiracy that they want to move the team? So they were driving down the value of the team to move him to Vegas.
that's the actual conspiracy part.
I haven't heard that. I did not hear that.
So
Yeah.
the new owners of the Mavericks, I forget their name, but they own casinos in Las Vegas.
Bingo.
They want a casino and new stadium in Dallas, in Texas, actually in Arlington. And the state of Texas does not allow any gambling. You can't. There's no online gambling. There's no casinos. The state of Texas, nope, not happening.
Loses.
So the conspiracy is they are tanking the Dallas Mavericks over the next several years to put pressure and leverage the state of Texas to
Right.
approve legal gambling so they can go in and.
That's how you say it. He is. I'm with her.
Okay, so just play this game with me. All right, fine. New Mavericks ownership, they don't want to invest $355 million into Luka Doncic because they don't believe that he's committed to winning, and they believe that he's fat.
going to explode.
Well, I thought also the rumor was that he told them that he wasn't going to sign that max extension.
I've heard the exact opposite. Everyone's making a big deal. He bought a $15 million house and he was crying when they told him that he was traded. It seemed like that everybody was ready to invest long term. Why wouldn't you? He's a top 3-5 player in the league, an MVP candidate. He's one of the faces of the NBA. Those guys don't get traded unless they force their way out of town.
Yeah, and if getting traded cost him $100 million, he would have wanted to stay there to sign the Supermax.
Everyone signs the Supermax. So there's two things. Either it's a true shift in the NBA ownership that teams do not want to they're thinking very heavily into investing into these Supermax players. They don't want to be the 76ers and have Joel Embiid spending half of his career on the bench paying him $350 million. Okay, maybe. But what the reason that doesn't fly for me is look at the return. Like
It stunk. It stunk.
What did the Knicks
got
give up for
themselves a better
Mikal Bridges?
deal.
Like 4 first-round picks and like some rotation players for Mikal Bridges. For Luka Doncic, you got a 34-year-old Anthony Davis on his way out in a
31.
first-round pick.
31.
Come on. And they're saying that, whatever the Lakers general manager is, there are more first-round picks in the deal, but he convinced them not to do it because Luka drinks. That was an actual report. They said he drinks too. He's not just fat. He likes to drink too much, so he's a real risk. It's like, has anyone ever done a fantasy football trade? If you think that that's so bad, you think Luka's such a drunk fatty, then why are you trying to get him? What are you trying to get him for? Now, here's what he's worth. Here's what you give me. But that didn't happen. It happened in the middle of a Saturday night between owner and the league. And for whatever reason, I don't know who got paid, but the Lakers always get their star because the NBA needs them to. I don't know who got paid there.
Oh, who you think got paid there? It was Dallas.
I think that Dallas GM, go look into his background. He fucked up. He worked at Nike. He blew a Nike deal with Seth Curry. Seth Curry walked out of a meeting because he gave him a power. That's what I said, Steph Curry. He gave him a PowerPoint. No, but he gave him he had a PowerPoint for Steph Curry when he walked into the Nike offices trying to give him a shoe deal. The PowerPoint still had Kevin Durant's fucking name on it. They refused to give Steph Curry a shoe deal.
Always proofread that shit. Always.
He didn't. He sent Jalen Brunson at town. Didn't re-sign him. His track record is sketchy as shit. You don't think he got a little cut on the side? Make this thing happen. Middle of the night. Take a lesser deal. This kid needs to get to the Lakers.
Apparently, Dallas residents are now trying to buy a billboard to shine hate all over Nico Collins, who facilitated this. So, yeah.
Nico Collins or Harrison?
Harrison, sorry.
Collins is the wide receiver. They also the Mavericks have paid $2,000 to season ticket holders who canceled their season tickets for last year, so they've refunded them the rest of their season tickets this year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's a big fallout. So that's stinky. That's stinky to me. Something's not right there. Something's not right. Good for Luka. Good for the Lakers.
I don't know. And right now, though, don't you think Dallas made out in the deal?
No, they lost Luka Doncic. Now, what? Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis are going to lead them to the promised land? Are you nuts?
I think they're gonna do better than the Lakers this year.
I saw your blog on SilverMineSports.com.
Oh, thank you.
The Mavs won the deal because you believe a starting lineup with Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and whatever fucking bullshit fodder they have around them. Now they're suddenly going to perform in the West. Hey. Guess what the Mavs did last year with Luka Doncic? Oh, they made the fucking finals. But no, now they're better. I
don't think they're better. I think they're just gonna they could go to the finals once again and lose to the Celtics.
They fucking got fleeced. You shitting me?
I'm trying to look at the glass half. I'm trying to look at the glass half full for the Mavs fans.
Okay.
The Mavs must absolutely hate Luka. Or they have some medical information that his knee's going to explode. Those are the only two viable things if there isn't some sort of ulterior motive, like you're saying.
This is why we don't listen to commenters or put them.
Dallas won on the trade 100%. Thank you, Nicky Nike.
Okay. All right. Tell me that when Luka's averaging triple-double over the next 10 years and Dallas is tanking. Also, they still have Kyrie Irving on their team, so nobody wins. There you go. Some other big names. Jimmy Butler signed a 2-year extension and was traded to the Warriors in exchange for Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, PJ Tucker, a 2025 first-round pick. Dennis Schroeder in that deal was moved to the Jazz. We'll get back to him. And the Pistons received a couple other guys.
He got moved again.
That's what happens to the chosen ones. I'll tell you who won this deal because they always win deals. The Heat, Jimmy Butler. What now? The Warriors are favorites in the West. Come on. Someone needs to have a camera on either Draymond Green or Jimmy Butler or both of them at all times, or as soon as he walks into the Warriors Foundation or Warriors building. There needs to be a ring at center stage. They put Draymond in the ring, Jimmy in the ring. You boys work it out right here before we get you on the court. Go ahead, work it out, you dumb fucking idiots. Dumb, violent idiots. They're never gonna. Jimmy Butler? That's gonna come crashing.
I thought that Steph Curry didn't want him on there, and neither did Steve Kerr. So, and then all of a sudden, boom, they were front runners to get him, and then they pulled it off. I'm dumbfounded that I don't think he's going to gel well at all with these Warriors.
One of the worst things about the NBA media is them touting these players that are been over the hill for years. Trades like this matter. They're difference makers still. The Kevin Durant's, the Jimmy Butlers. They're just not. He could make a difference in a game, but over a series or to actually push them to true contender status. No, he's not that guy anymore. He's old. He doesn't even play. He forces his trade.
Not that guy.
Yeah. I mean, they were desperate to get someone next to Seth Curry for his final hurrah. And they did. They gave him the 2-year extension. In 2 years, they'll blow it up and that'll be that.
Well, they'll have to because Steph Curry's going to be how old? He'll probably be ready to retire.
You would think. So there you go. Another big name, De'Aaron Fox. This is the one because
I
it's
like
San
this one.
Antonio and no one
I
pays attention to it. I do too.
I think they're going to be sneaky good in the next few years.
De'Aaron Fox goes to the Spurs in return for the Kings get Zach LaVine. I don't know any of these players. Am I just losing touch or are these nobodies?
These are nobodies.
Sisausko? I don't even know what to say.
The draft compensation they get back, though, is...
Yeah, so the Kings get a first-round pick from the Hornets. They get a first-round pick from the Spurs, 2027. They get a 2031 Timberwolves pick.
Yep.
First-round pick. 2025 Bulls second-round pick. So they get a lot of picks out of it. The Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a first-round pick.
I like first-round pick back. Their home first-round pick back. Is that weird?
Wemby and that's a nice young pairing there. Wemby
and Fox, man. Yeah, that'll be good.
You say a young.
I think that's the most significant of these trades because it actually will turn into a team that will. It made a team significantly better in the Spurs, which are now going to be into the status of they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, I think in terms of the short term, Spurs are the winners here. Lakers getting Luka. Sorry, Mavs didn't win that. They're going to be good for fucking 10 years, and they're going to get another max player.
Luka can enjoy those sweet California IPAs now instead of whatever the domestic IPA he has to have.
Been to LA, they don't drink IPAs. They shoot you up with whatever euphoria you want, and it drops weight at the same time. The dude's going to be like fucking shredded and dialed in next year, and you're dropping 40, 12, and 9 on it.
He's probably going to lose his hairline, but he's going to be dialed in. And
that's what happens. Or gallbladders. I heard that's a side effect for that shit too.
There's a side effect too. Yeah.
Any other ones? Oh, you know what? Who I've lost a lot of respect for this year?
Bobby.
Well, that was a low bar. Anthony Edwards. This kid. So when Luka got traded, he came out basically saying like, "Oh boy, oh this is so tough. Like you never know. Oh man, I hope I don't get traded. Oh man, this could be really tough. You just never see it coming. This business is so brutal." Like any of these fucking losers, millionaire 20-something-year-old losers that talk about the plight of NBA trades and the fact that they might have to move to another city and live in another $1 million mansion. Oh my God, Anthony Edwards, how will you fucking survive? You jackass. You next face of the NBA that is completely turtled into your own asshole this year, shooting like 10% behind the line. Fuck you, Anthony Edwards, you pussy. God. And I had hopes for him. He was the guy that came out last year and was like, no one should do load maintenance and everyone should play. I was like, all right, and he, had put on a tough face and talk shit to people. Oh, but don't trade him. Don't trade him. He'll soil his.
Then the NBA establishment got to him and said, "Listen, buddy, cool it down, okay? Cool it."
Oh, they're like, "Look, you're in Minnesota. You got to hush up for a while, but we've got something boiling down in LA. We'll get you where you need to be in a couple of years. Don't worry."
Ooh,
Watch Anthony Edwards to the Lakers in 3 years. Just wait. Deadly. Wait. Heard it here first. Not from Jack Bucket.
They'll pop off again, and then they'll send them to the Clippers.
Actually, I don't know if you saw the blog on Hardwood PD, but Jack did talk about that in 3 years that Anthony Edwards would be there with Luka.
I don't know if you're pulling my chin or not. We'll be right back with a little Red Sox talk. Just kidding. I love Jack. Disclaimer out there. Here's who I don't love: the Boston Red Sox, who again are in a rumor mill and again dragging their feet for what reasons we're not too sure. We can only suspect it's money. However, if you're watching the headlines when Ray was talking about it, the Cardinals reportedly have agreed to take on a majority of Arenado's salary, which, by the way, isn't staggering in and of itself. 21 million or something like that for the next 3 years. It's totally affordable, especially when you're Boston Red Sox and you're currently sitting at 17th, I believe, in payroll. Not even close to the luxury tax that Sam Kennedy said that they were going to hit and potentially go over this year. Bullshit. I'll give you the same disclaimer I've done on the Red Sox every time I've talked about it on the show. Quit. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Don't do it, you pricks. Quit doing it to us. Stop fucking lying to us. You act like a mid-market team. You're pocketing all that revenue. Stop going to Red Sox games if it truly pisses you off that much. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to tone back this disclaimer because nothing's changing. Nothing's changing. It's not even a wait and see. Like, don't give them credit until it changes. It's just not happening, people. It's just not happening.
Didn't Sam Kennedy come out and say they're going to spend a lot of money this offseason?
Jesus Christ! Didn't I just fucking say that?
No, I'm just saying it's just hilarious that they don't do it. They have the opportunity to get a star player. Yeah, maybe he's going down in the last 4 years, but they could get a star player, put him at third base, move your other star franchise player to first base, and problem solved.
Yeah, Arenado is down the list of guys that they should have signed Bregman the first week of free agency to a 5-year deal for whatever $125 million, whatever. Like, it's in professional sports, when you want to succeed and actually win a championship, you're going to have to eat some bad contracts. That's what it is. Okay. Tatum and Brown are bad investment contracts right now. If you're the Boston Celtics, it's way too much fucking money. However, if you are invested into winning, you have to eat that. The same with any business. If you're invested into actually succeeding and winning, you got to spend some money to make some money. Mm-hmm. And the Red Sox are not in that business. They will not take on what they consider to be bad risks. They just won't do it. And that means basically anybody with long contracts at big numbers. You're just not going to see that from the Red Sox anymore. They'll throw some extensions out there. They'll lowball extensions and see if they can get somebody to bite. But you're not going to see the big deals. Devers, you might be able to call an exception, but when the entire city boos you at a hockey game, sometimes you get pressured into that. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they're dragging their feet here. Maybe it's the age. Maybe the nerds don't like the fact that Arenado's 34 and his batting average is going down. But the deal, Arenado and cash for Dick Fitz, like Richard Fitz, a reliever prospect, fringe starter. Come on, like what are we doing? What are you talking about? I have no idea why they're dragging their feet in this. Even the money, you can't even bitch about the money angle here. It's just got to be the nerds that don't like how old Arenado is.
Yeah, he doesn't have the great numbers and all that bullshit, and they just don't want him.
Look, if they make this deal, you look at that Red Sox lineup and you go, oh, you might have something. And if they're
a wild card contender,
if their pitching holds up and they stay healthy, they've got more depth than they've had since probably before the 18 World Series. So, not that any of them are super stellar stars. Maybe Crochet turns into one. Just frustrating. Another piece of Red Sox off-season news that's frustrating as shit. Can I give you another reason why I hate fucking baseball?
Absolutely.
The season unofficially starts in a week, and we're still doing free agent talk. Mm-hmm. Like, can we build our team like maybe a week before we hit the field? Baseball, fix your shit, man. Like, make it 6 weeks at the end of the season, like every other professional sports league. Less than that, whatever free agency time period is. 2 weeks? Isn't the NFL like 2 weeks? Like, sign them and be done.
Yeah.
And then it drives me crazy. The stupid truck left Fenway this week, and you're still looking for a right-handed bat? Good God. Baseball, fix your shit.
They won't.
All right, we'll be right back. Bobby, final Red Sox thoughts?
Oh, no, nothing.